Hello coders, welcome to Refresh Coding. My name is Madhulika and in this video we will discuss about AWS CodeBuild. So why CodeBuild? Because with CodeBuild you don't need to provision, manage and scale your own build servers. You just specify the location of your source code and choose your build settings, and here I will just go to CodeBuild. And if you remember in the previous video, we have created this repository in CodeCommit, which is my repo. And the same repository we will use in CodeBuild now. So we will say create build project and we will give the project name as, let's say, first build project, or you can give any name, not a problem. This is my first build project. Anyway, description is optional, so you can leave it also. Enable build badge and restrict number of concurrent builds this project can start. All these things are optional, so we will leave it for now. Okay, so the most important thing is we will add our source. So from where we are taking the repository to build the code. So we can either take it from Amazon S3 or GitHub or Bitbucket, or we can take it from AWS CodeCommit. So right now we are working with AWS CodeCommit. So we will take it from CodeCommit. If you want to take it from Amazon S3 or GitHub, you can do this. If you want me to create videos on these topics, then you let me know in the comment section. I will create it. So AWS CodeCommit, and what is my repository? My repository is my repo. And after this, here you will select the branch. So right now we have only one branch, which is main. So we will select that main branch. Commit ID also you can give, but that is optional, so you can leave it. Submodules, this is also optional, not required. Okay, now here environment, this is something important. Environment is something, it will take an image on where it will build your code. Okay, so it is a kind of you can say server only running in the background, where it will build the image, build the code. So here I will take a managed image because I don't have any custom image. If suppose you have a custom image, custom Docker image or something, you can select it from here. And operating system I will take as such as Amazon Linux too. You can take Ubuntu also, not a problem. Runtime I will take standard. Image I will take the latest one. And this you will select, always use the latest image for this runtime version. And one more thing, very important, if you have any existing service role for this, you select this. Otherwise, always take new service role. This will be the name of your service role: code build, first build, project service role. You don't have to create it. AWS will create this role automatic for you. So you make sure you are selecting this new service role. After this additional configuration, right now nothing. Okay, now use a build spec file. This is a very important step. So if you remember in the previous video, we have taken one build spec.yaml file. If you can see, okay, so here we have two files, index.html. So if you open the code in index.html file, this is a very simple HTML code. This is a demo file for CodeCommit, or you can also write this is a demo file for CodeBuild. And the second file which we have is buildspec.yaml. So what this file does, this file actually have the configurations for your build. Okay, so this is the syntax of this file. So right now we are working with the HTML application, so we will just take the runtime version as node, and pre-build commands and build commands and post-build commands. So these are the syntaxes. So here in your code build, if you are using a buildspec.yaml file, just give here use buildspec file. Otherwise you can give insert build commands also. So right now, since we are using a buildspec.yaml file, so I will select this. Here, since the file name is the standard one, which is buildspec.yaml, so no need to specify any name. By any chance, if you are using a different name for the file, let's say buildspec2.yaml, then that name you will have to specify here. So right now we are working with the standard file, so we will not specify any name. After this, here you can see batch configuration. So right now we are not running any batch, so no batch configuration. Artifacts also, right now we don't have any code in S3 or artifact, so we will not take it also. After that, logs. So by default it will select CloudWatch for all the logs which is generated for build, so it will take it. After that, I will say create build project. It will take some time to build the project. If you can see project created, but the only project is created right now, no builds are there. Okay, so we will start the build. Now if you can see status in progress means it will build your project and it will take some time to build the project. Okay, so what it will do, it will build the project, and in the build project it will run that index.html file. It will build that index.html file for you. Okay, so if you can see now the status succeeded, that means our build is succeeded. Build is successfully done. And if you see here the logs, these are all your build logs. Okay, so what it is doing, it is running the command installing Node.js version 10. After that, if you can see, it is run the pre-build command, and it has run the build command, and after that it has run the post build command. So the build is done. After that, if suppose you are making any changes to the file in the repository, let's say we are coming back here in CodeCommit and we are just going to repository and we are making some changes in index.html. Let's say I am giving here, I will just edit this file. Let's say this is a new line for build, and we will just save it. So you will have to specify the author name and email address and all those things again and again, and commit changes. After that, we will go back to the build and let's say I will build it once again. So I will say retry build. Again, it is in progress. So we will wait for some time. Okay, so if you can see now the build is success. Again, we are getting the logs and it is giving us all the commands. Okay, now here okay, so if you can see now the same way you can just change the code and just do the build once again. Every time you are not supposed to create a new build project for the same source. You can just change the code there, and here you can just rebuild it and it will build it once again. Okay, so this is about code build. Okay, you can combine it directly with GitHub also and with Amazon S3 also. And once you are done with everything, since the builds are chargeable, okay, they are not free. It is available in free tier to some extent, but otherwise they are chargeable. So once you are done with it, you just delete the build project and delete. It is very important. You create it, you work with it, and you delete it if you don't need it. Same way you will go to CodeCommit and you will just go to the repositories, and once your work is done, you are done with this repository, just simply delete repository. And after that, this IAM user, if you are doing other things also with this user is assigned to some other services also, then it's okay, keep it. Otherwise, you remove this user also, not a problem. Just go to users and delete. So right now I'm not deleting it because I'm working with it, but if you want, you can delete it. So that's it in this video. So we have seen the code build with AWS CodeCommit. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like it and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.